nothing I do seems to please you. But nothing I do seems to please you.
Hey everyone, what's going on? Today I wanted to kind of follow up on the last video where we talked about adaptation and this time talk about the importance of learning a variety of styles. The Be Water quote is probably the most well-known quote from Bruce Lee, and the biggest takeaway from that, aside from adaptability, is the related idea of formlessness. He talked a lot about breaking free from the confines of traditional styles and focused more on just effective movement regardless of where it came from. This is in part why some people say he's the grandfather of mixed martial arts. Bruce Lee took inspiration from not only Wing Chun, but also Tai Chi, boxing, grappling, and even fencing and general street fighting. Even outside of martial arts, you can see a heavy influence of Buddhism and philosophy in his approach. It's through this varied background that led him to his now legendary outlook towards fighting. He emphasized the idea of the style of no style, taking what worked from a variety of sources. If it didn't work, he discarded it or found a way to make it more effective. This again is something that I think applies to dance in a huge way, and how personally I've evolved my thinking in the dance. These days, I don't want to see myself as a good b-boy, but more so as a good dancer, or more specifically just a mover, who can express himself freely and effectively in the moment. I'm not interested in just breaking, although that is my focus. I'm interested in movement, period. I've been lucky to learn in a city like Vancouver that has a very connected dance scene, and so very early on, I was exposed to a variety of dances. I've taken inspiration from popping, locking, house, whacking, contemporary, and outside of dances from martial arts, philosophy, Buddhism, and most importantly, pro wrestling, because it's the best. All of these things combine to give me the current outlook I have on the dance now, but as Bruce Lee mentions too, it's not about what you know, but more about knowing. Meaning constantly learning new things and evolving your thinking and approach. When you know something, it means your learning stops. Your thinking becomes rigid, and this is not conducive to adaptive thinking. Your thinking crystallizes, and you can in some ways become a slave to the rules and rigidity of the given style. It's about knowing and continuous learning. Even in his book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, it's mentioned that the book was never complete. It was a snapshot of his current thinking, and had he not passed away, his thinking most certainly would have evolved and changed. Bruce Lee really emphasized that Jeet Kune Do was not a style or a system in and of itself. It was a starting point for opening people's minds. And coming back to dance, I think it's important to have these different styles and for them to have defined rules, and that works for some people, but part of what attracted me to breaking specifically was the freedom of expression. I could add my own personal touches on things and really try and make them my own. It's these varied influences that will give your style character and uniqueness. But for me, especially now, it's more of a meditative practice and a journey of self-reflection and discovery. It's my way of continually learning, and one of the only ways that I really know how to express myself honestly. But again, this comes from seeing myself as a dancer, or more specifically, a mover first and a b-boy second. I take what I like, what I find interesting from a variety of sources, discard what I don't like, and show that on the floor. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments what things inspired your movements. Like and subscribe for more content. Support on Patreon if you like what I'm doing and want to see more, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.